Hey guys, it's Becca and today we are starting yet another book diary, and this one, are you ready? Is for A Court of Frost and Starlight. I can't believe it's taken me so long to get to starting this book. It's now the 11th of May. This book has been out for 10 days and I haven't got to it yet because it took me so long to finish Crown of Midnight. I am going to start this probably right away unless my dad needs help with tea. But if he doesn't, I'm starting this straight away. I haven't got my bookmark out for it yet. But I think it's still in the packet. You're going to appreciate this one. You really are. I'm using this little recent bookmark. Oh god, this is hella close to my face. Complete with Reese's Peaches. Are y'all ready for this? Because I am. I'm going to go now and get started because I need to get into this. I need to find out what happens with my babies. But I'll see you when something happens that makes me go crazy. So I'm just gonna do a little vlog update while I'm on the move because I got a lot of stuff to do. But I read around 57 pages of ACOFAS last night. And I've got to say, I'm not feeling it. And it hurts me to say this, but 57 pages in, I was struggling to read it. I was getting really confused. It jumps between first and third perspective, between like Feyre and Rhys are in first and then Cassian was in third. I was really struggling. I think it's also because I've read the first page and I was like hella confused because I've just finished Crown of Midnight and that was in third person and it was in first person and it just took me a minute. I knew going into this that there would be not a lot of plot, so I kind of had that in my mind, but I'm hoping it picks up. I also flicked to the back and read the first paragraph of the chapter sampler of the newest book, or the next book, and I'm not happy with who it's going to be about. Like, I'm really not happy about that, so there's that as well. Obviously there's going to be a character that comes along with that certain character, and I am happy about that because I really like that character. But the character from the first paragraph, if it's going to be like how Feyre's story was told, like fully in her perspective, I'm not digging it. Okay, so I'm happy to say that I've read another 60-ish pages and I am actually feeling it. There were some laugh out loud moments in this. For example, when Cassian tells Amren she looks like an angry snowball. Yeah, I'm digging that. I'm living for that. And I really liked the bit where Rhysand went to see Tamlin. However, I don't like the constant villainization of Tamlin. Yes, he did a bad thing. Yes, he should suffer for it, but I'm still waiting for his redemption arc, and I'm sad that that's not what the next series will be. So I haven't read anything yet today. It is Sunday now, and I started, I think, on Friday. I'm going to do a little bit of reading now. However, it is quite late. I've had a busy day, and I'm not sure how far I will get, but I am enjoying it a lot more. Obviously, at this point, I know that this novella is pointless, and I knew that it was going to be when I started reading it. However, I do like the characters. I'm glad that I've got into the flow a little bit. I think on Friday night when I was reading, I was just overly tired, and I am a lot more into it now than I was, and I'm enjoying my favourite characters. So we'll see how it goes and how I continue to like it. Hey guys, so I think I only have 2 or 3 chapters left. I've got 34 pages. And there's a fly buzzing and it's really annoying me. I don't know if you can hear it. But essentially I am really enjoying this now that I'm into it. I love it, I really do. However, I can't ignore the fact that it is pointless. I mean, I've read 190 pages, and aside from the one chapter where Nesta just turned up and Cassian went after her, and then you got a little bit of insight into Nesta. And now my dad started the lawnmower. Oh, he's over there. So aside from that chapter, nothing of any relevance has happened at all. They've done a lot of shopping. They've done a lot of flirting. They've done a lot of drinking. But nothing has set up the next story. So although I didn't pay for it, it was a gift and I would have bought it to add to my collection anyway. I am salty that this is a full-priced hardback because it's sort of a typical novella. It's not like the Throne of Glass ones that all sort of add up and add to the story. This does not add to the story at all. It is an extra bit for the fans. It's almost like gratuitous fan fiction, and I think she should have wrote maybe 200-page novellas, advertise them as just a bit of gratuitous fun for the hardcore fans, and then release them as a hardback. I don't think that this should have been released as a crazy overhyped hardcover. But, like, don't get me wrong, I do really love it. I just don't necessarily agree with it. I would have happily read this anyway. I would have bought it anyway, no matter how pointless it was. But I'm just a little mad that this was been so overhyped with the pre-order deals and everybody who makes bookish items making special things. And it is really pointless. I love it, but you just can't excuse the fact of how pointless it is. So I am a little salty about that, because it shouldn't have been an overhyped full price hardcover. But I have a few chapters and I'm gonna finish them now and then wrap up my full thoughts on the actual novella, and then I'm gonna read the chapter sampler and let you know my thoughts on that. Okay, so I know I said I was only updating you when I finished, but sorry the angle's weird, I have a mirror like here. But I've never been one of the people that have said that ACOTAR should be in new adult. Like, I don't think we should, like, closet our teens too much. Like, maybe mark that it's for older teens, but not necessarily move the genres. However, like, the UK are a lot stricter on what they allow into the young adult section than they are in the US. Like, a lot of UK YA is for, like, young teens, and then YA fantasy, as you know it in the US, is usually in the adult fantasy section. But I've been in Waterstones recently because I was looking for the Waterstones exclusive of this. Can we just take a moment to wonder how this ended up in the teen section? Okay, I'm going to read you a passage and I'm going to try and do it without blushing. I opened my eyes long enough to peer down to where I could see him joined with me, moving so achingly slow in and out of me. Do you like watching, he breathed, watching me move in you? In answer, beyond words, I shot my mind down the bridge between us, brushing against his adamant shields. He let me in instantly, mind to mind and soul to soul, and then I was looking through his eyes, looking down at me as he gripped my hip and thrust. He purred, look at how I fuck you, Farah. God's was my only answer. That is just, like, it's so explicit. Like, I've always thought that it's not crazy explicit before, which is why I'm like, okay, yeah, it can be in YA. But this is beyond a new adult and, like, heading into erotica zones. So there is that. Of course, I love it, but I'm 25. And to me, this book is my age range, like maybe 18 to 20s. My mind is blown. And the thing is as well, Farah isn't even young adult technically. She's 19 when it starts, I think. That's it for this anyway. I'll be back later. Okay, so I finished the actual novella. Stand by us, what I said. It's completely pointless. Of course I loved it. Probably going to go with 4 stars for the rating. I'm not going to change my rating based on the sampler of the next book because that's not part of the book I'm actually reading. So yeah, I'm probably going to go with 4 stars because I do rate my books on enjoyment. I'm not critical of a book unless, like, I don't rate my books based on critical reasons unless the critical reasons impact my enjoyment. I am going to do a full video on my rating system soon because I know people do rate critically, and I know that people may take my ratings as, well, not as law, but that may influence their decision on reading a book. I do try to highlight in my reviews the things that I don't like about something, so if I really enjoyed it but I thought it was bad critically, I will say that. But yeah, I'm going to give this 4 stars. Enjoyment wise, it would be 5 stars. If I rated it critically, it would probably be, I want to say 2. It is completely pointless. There is no point to this book. It literally has 0 point. I don't even understand where this conflict with Nesta is because I didn't reread the series before I read this. However, from what I remember of Nesta, she protected Cassian and, like, saved his life, and then she was, like, not great but wasn't as hostile as she is in this book. Completely pointless but amazing character wise. I enjoyed it 5 stars worth when I did get into it. Love the characters, love Reese. That sexy time scene was a bit much. I enjoyed it. Love these characters, love this story, but the book is pointless. Should have been released as an ebook, and then maybe she wrote another one, been bound up into a hardback, but this should not have been such an overhyped hardback release. Like, I don't agree with that. So 4 stars, loved it, was pointless. I will come back and do a very brief update on my feelings of the chapter sampler of the next one. Okay, so I managed to get myself dressed and I got a cup of tea, finished the chapter sampler, and it was good. It was really good. I'm like desperate to have the next book like right now. So that makes me kind of more pissed off that ACOFAS was such a disappointment. I knew that there was no plot going in, but it was supposed to be a bridge between the two, and I don't feel like it added much. It wasn't completely necessary, especially because I said there's so little content on actual Nesta. Aside from that, she is missing from their lives, and because of the solstice and it being a celebratory time and everybody coming together, shopping for that, Farah opening a studio, it wasn't made out like Nesta missing was serious. Like, I didn't really care that she wasn't there because nobody else was deeply impacted by it. So yeah, the novella is pointless. It really is. Like I said, 4-star rating. Dying for the next book now. I'm so excited. Sarah J. Maas still has it. I'm mad that this was a full-length hardback, but I loved it. And this pretty much wraps up my ACOFAS work. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. Please let me know what you think. I've seen a lot of 5-star reviews flying around because undeniably the people who love the series like I do are gonna love the interaction just between the people just living their lives. But as a full price hardcover release, it shouldn't have been. Pointless story, but enjoyable. So let me know what you thought in the comments down below if you've read this, which I assume you have if you've watched this vlog, because spoilers. And I will see you in my next book diary, which will be probably War Storm by Victoria Aveyard or Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. And I will also see you until then on my channel. Bye!